Welcome to Noun O'Clock LITE at the Noun Square. We are here watching the end of this auction for Noun 663, the Cloud Noun. We got rugged yesterday by someone who I won't bother naming, but I actually really like this noun. I'm a big fan of this one. We've got 3 minutes left on the auction. It is going currently for 27.5 ETH. At least that's what it's showing up as for me. Yeah, got 3 minutes left. Oh, 26.96. Sorry, I hadn't refreshed. So yeah, we've got about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on this auction. If you have not yet, please retweet the room to enter into the chance to win 0.069 ETH. And if you haven't joined us yet, then make sure you are on nomo.wtf, NOMO.WTF to join us for the end of this auction. How are you doing this morning, Toady?
I'm great. I'm on the move, but I'm great. I'm Roadie Hawk this morning.
Roadie Hawk. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, and it looks like we have another bid for 27.5. From 0841, and this is probably going to be their last bid. Also, I just remembered that I forgot to mint the Nomo yesterday, so I'm doing that right now. Why would I want to mint the Nomo the day after, though? Like, I mean, we've still got a little bit of time.
Why would you want to mint the Nomo at the very last minute? I guess you just like to live on the edge, RFG.
Well, there's that, but let's say I wasn't me. Why would I want to mint it at the very last minute? There's got to be a reason, right?
Well, you're probably just trying to get yourself into the lucky Nomo draw that's happening in about 10 minutes, which you are disqualified from winning. Unfortunately,
there is that.
Hopefully you've already clicked mint, and it's not too late.
Yeah, I have. Damn it! No, but for anybody else who hasn't minted this wonderful sandwich head Nomo, yeah, you're entered into a chance to win a daily Nomo.
RFG, it would also give you access to the Nomo channel in the Discord, to which you already have access as a squire, but as a knight rather. So, never mind. This is not helping.
Listen,
we
if I wasn't me, I clarified.
If you were not, if you were not you.
If I wasn't me, if I was somebody that actually that didn't work here, I would get access to this awesome channel. I would get access to a Nomo draw. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything for me except give me a really cool Nounish NFT in my wallet, which is the main reason I get them. Because I really like the sandwich head. I think we did a really good job. And it's really nice to pick something that you had agency in getting. Unlike some things. Anyway.
I've been working on a little Hack Week project, and I'm thinking of maybe giving whitelist to Nomos. So, there's who knows what could happen for Nomos. There's lots of possible things.
Lots of possible things. Actually, I think there's a few people who are giving Nomo whitelist on Hack Week. I don't know that for sure, but I've a few people I know mentioned it at least.
Yeah, there's good things on the horizon for Nomo always.
Awesome.
We're always thinking of ways to make it more interesting.
It's already probably it actually, it's not probably the most fun game I've played. It is the most fun game I've played in this Web3 ecosystem. Like, just straight up.
Well, here's the thing. Most collections, by no fault even of the creators sometimes, they just fall to the wayside because it takes a lot of energy to put into a collection every day if you're trying to actually build a community around it.
Yeah.
But we are here already. The community is already here, so we don't have to do that part. We just need to think of awesome ways to make Nomos cooler every day. So that's the bull case for Nomos.
Awesome. Well, we're actually having a bit of a bidding war. We just got another bid for 28.05 from letme.noggles.
Interesting.
They already have one now. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting another bid from the person that's been bidding against them.
Well, we don't know. They could top up.
They could top up.
But interestingly, I don't have it open because I'm on the road. But did Will Price bid this morning on the noun that he settled or no?
I don't think so. I'm scrolling back. Not recently, anyway. Oh, yeah.
I guess he just
There's one pretty far back.
Okay. Maybe he just wanted to settle a nice noun, aesthetic noun for the DAO, for the good of the DAO.
It is a very nice noun. I will admit, I am a big fan of this one. I kind of wish we could have played FOMO a bit more, but
I had my finger on the trigger. I was almost gonna do that one because it was nice and blue, and
yeah,
but yeah, we had just started playing janky FOMO,
this
so I
was
was
like
like, I'll
the
give it a
fourth
minute.
noun, I think. But yeah, if we were playing regular FOMO, I would have voted this one up. Let's put it that way.
And I think he's DC. I think he's
You put it
D6 C9. I think that's his one of his wallets too. So I think
That's the one he usually uses to purchase with, yeah.
Yeah, so I think
Oh, okay.
26.43. Yeah, it was his.
That was him.
I think so.
All right. Yeah, there was another one from like way earlier. From 6199, and that's got 17 nouns in there, so I figured. But yeah, all right, cool. We've got 3 minutes left on this auction, currently sitting at 28.05 from LetMe.Noggles. And they were in a bidding war with 0x8841. They only had 0.5 ETH left in their wallet, only as if I don't have like 0.02 in mine. They only had 0.5 in their wallet after their last bid, and they could top up. They've still got a little bit of time, but I don't know. We'll see.
So I have to tell you about.
I noticed a lot of times people bidding the full amount of their wallet on nouns, and I always wonder if people like move ETH directly into the wallet for bidding purposes, or if people are just like spending the farm, like betting the farm on nouns on the reg. This is all I got.
I mean, I know what I'd be doing. but I've already bet the farm on nouns. So
I'd be hopeful that FOMO settled for me in that event and to spend it right up to the very cap.
Hey, so I wanted to tell you about Nomo when we played live yesterday and how much fun that was. I just wanted you guys to like know that, for people playing for the first time and playing in that live environment and getting to watch them play and get excited was so much fun.
oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, they really they were excited that they felt like they got the sub, which they thought was
the first NFT minting experience that people get excited about. How about that?
Yeah, and it was the first time he minted that one of them had minted anything nounish was a Nomo, and I can see this person like probably finding his way in, to different sub DAOs or something, and super, just it was a lot of fun to meet these folks. And also on the other end was, Michael Gold with his kids, and they were playing Nomo and they loved it. So they were just having a blast. And one of the things from one of the gentlemen who was there said, he's like, wait, can we play again? Do we get to play again? I was like, no, just once a day. He's like, I want to play again. So I just wanted to let you guys know
we have it on the list.
It's loved.
We have a very long list of things to ask Volky to do, and one of them that's been on there for a while is to make like an offline or off-chain Nomo
playground, like a Nomo playground or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, that would be amazing. A playground Nomo that happens
like
every time.
You have to have Nomos to like get access, and then they count as like arcade tickets, and you can practice and there'll be a leaderboard and stuff. So that would
be fun. Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
No, you miss them, but you met them on layer 2, so it doesn't cost
7 seconds. Not that it matters because
we can't yes. We're about to time for janky FOMO.
What is
cat?
Why did I make that noise? I mean, technically we can't settle anything for the next 3 minutes?
4 minutes. Yeah. I mean, we could if I wanted to just do it from the contract, but I still haven't figured out that bug about why MetaMask is showing like 1.6 ETH to settle, and I ain't about to take that risk. Even though it's probably a very low risk, it probably would not actually materialize to that amount. I need to do more testing first before I feel comfortable putting 1.6 ETH on the line for that.
Yeah, no, it's not worth that.
When we can just banter and watch nouns and load up Nomo. And the only
I
risk
really
is
like that.
the only risk is that either the purchaser of the noun or Mr. Price, settles before we do. But I will say Will's been choosing nice nouns though, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, much
I'm
better
still
than the
mad.
bot.
I'm mad at it. No, I'm mad.
Ah,
He was
I mean,
the bot.
hey,
It's all the same.
we're all here. We don't have any special right to mint the noun
Oh,
of the
this
day.
island though. This island. Oh my god, that was so good.
Islands
Probably
in the.
upset that we're not settling for the first few minutes.
But
I
hey,
want
you
that
know what?
island. That
You
island
know
was
what
so
will
good.
happen to that island, Prof?
It's now
It'll be a
underwater.
no.
Is it climate change or?
Gonna be a
Oh
Nomo.
no!
It'll be in Nomo.
Nomo.
Oh,
Yep.
I should make a Nomo sound.
This is a
Technicolor
new
film.
this is a new nouner, isn't it? I've never seen this McWall, the one that actually won it for 28.05 ETH. I've never seen McWall.eth before.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
Yeah. McWall.eth is what's showing on the contract. Let's see here.
Not
Yeah,
let me noggle, or it's the same.
Let me not
same dude,
Noggles is what
probably.
I'm saying. Oh yeah, McWall.eth. That's the ETH address on it.
oh, it's the same address? Interesting.
That's a nice rainbow too. Ooh.
Yeah, it's McWall.eth, but let me .noggles.
Okay, I do know Let Me Noggles because I remember like last summer or something when they were trying to buy their first noun around the same time as Ugly. I think we actually bid against him one time, and we were like, "Oh, he's like, let me win,
Oh,
please."
so this is their second noun, and it's the first one is beautiful. It was the ramen head with the red noggles and the Urudoko accessory.
What number? Like
Man.
4 something, right?
512.
Yeah, 412,
512.
512. Okay, so
Back
that
to
we were.
so it was right in.
So
It
I
was
think
right
we
after
were
math
bidding
camp.
against them. We were bidding
Probably
against him for
math
the
camp.
trash can, 506. Yeah, I remember. But he managed to get his 512. So good on
By
him.
the way, that was in November. You said summer. It was not
Well,
summer.
here, here in
Canadian
Canada,
summer.
we just have summer and winter. So that was our
Oh, I
summer.
love this one. Hello, my name is.
Hello, my name is Watch. It's time for my.
It's time.
It's time to check in and come to work.
I'm trying again to see if I can settle from contract or if it's still going to give me that weird bug. Let's see. Settle. Yeah, 0.7 ETH. So it's gone down, but still
That's
not.
still
That's
stupid. Yeah, that's
still
still dumb.
absurd.
I don't know
Is
why.
there a noun in that settling wallet?
Is there a noun in that settle in my wallet? No, there's
Yeah.
not. There is not. The only noun I have exposure to is the ugly nouns. Anyway, we'll have to see. We will have to see. We can wait 2 minutes. We can
Okay,
wait
the
2 minutes.
disco car that just went by was really cute too. I'm just picking nomos right now.
Yeah, you got to pick your
I still
nomos.
love the island.
Oh, I did say that we wanted to get. There was an outlet that just went by, and I do want to mint a Nomo outlet at some point because I had like a thing we could say, and I forget what it was, or if it was like something like
It was
this.
you put it in the Discord and it was awful, and I'm gonna fight against you. But
Ooh,
Ooh.
a toad is a Freddy Krueger toad.
I do really like this one.
Me on a bad day.
Where are the
frog.
novels farm?
Oh no, I remember what it was. Our 9 o'clock live is our creative outlet for you to get plugged into the Nanoverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
You have to
Really?
relive it all over again. By the way,
Island.
I see Wiz in the audience. Wiz, I know you're trying to do testing all the time. Please don't rug us. We're gonna settle something cool here in a minute. In literally a minute, once we can fire up the wallet here. So please keep your fingers from the mouse for a couple minutes. Anyone else have any requests? I know we've got the bomb. We have a request
Business
for a
bomb
bomb
or
or a
business
bagpipe.
bagpipe.
A bomb or a bagpipe, but only if they're wearing a business suit. Like, Jarman, have you
Correct.
never played FOMO before?
It's
Do you not know how
very,
difficult it
very
is?
specific.
It's very specific. But you know what? No, you know what? I respect it. He's
Or a
saying,
zebra. Or a zebra of any kind.
Okay, we're live, guys. RFG, can I get the music?
yep. Time for janky FOMO.
FOMO, where you yell or emoji at Toady and we try to snipe a nice noun. Go to nomo.wtf and see what possible nouns are coming down the blockchain highway, and see
I'm
what
just
we
still
can possibly
clicking on
hint.
FOMO. I'm just going to click the up and down just for fun.
Go ahead. The bot's actually not engaged. It seems to have given up. So there's that. But I'm sure if we turned it back on again, the bot would come right back again. Don't worry, I'm not going to make the
It's
mud
probably
puddle
waiting for you to do
again,
that.
since that one apparently fell flat. You guys have never read Mud Puddle, you illiterates.
Pain.
I think it's a Robert Munch book. Don't you guys read Robert Munch down there?
Yeah, of course.
And you've never heard of Mud Puddle? Or maybe it's not a Robert Munch book.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Robert Munch? Oh,
She's too young.
It's a children's book.
Baby.
I still think she's too young.
I think she just, didn't have loving parents. No, I'm just kidding.
That too. But no,
Ooh, that's
why do you think I'm 28 and working at a team? No, right?
Yeah, it is. It is a Robert Munch book, Mud Puddle. You guys, shame on you for making me feel crazy.
This is like Gangster Dog. That would have been a perfect.
That's Snoop Dogg.
Noun.
This Snoop Dogg, yeah.
That would have been perfect for Snoop.
He's even hot. He even had the red eyes.
Do you know what the first book my dad read to me was that I remember? Jaws.
The Bible.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Went a different way with that. Wait, Jaws was a book?
There was a book that I think was based on the movie, and he read that to me because my godfather was in the movie.
Never great when the book is based on the movie. That's never great.
The second book he read was Sphere, so he gets a little bit of.
Sphere is awesome. All of the Michael Crichton novels that became.
I got the full. He gave me the full catalog of Michael Crichton books when I was 6.
That's a little young, but Michael Crichton is probably the most underrated.
Oh wow, this Clover is pretty
This Clover is pretty good.
I was gonna get that Clover, but we already have that exact Clover pretty much.
Yeah,
except for the difference.
It's slightly cooler.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Wait, I like the idea of Think Lucky Thoughts, but
did that have a Clover accessory too?
No.
It had the thought bubble.
Comment.
The thought bubble. Oh,
ooh, this is good.
Get back, Cone. It's too good.
I'm trying.
We can't wait. Sorry. That is a great cone.
Oh yeah.
We got it.
Sniped.
Noun 664 is the sunset cone, and now it is time for Nomo. Sorry, we just played FOMO. Now it's time for Nomo. Make sure you are on nomo.wtf, nomo.wtf. You're going to see 4 rows, 3 and a little bit, rows of nouns in front of you. You are going to choose your character and spam click that down as soon as this timer finishes counting down. Once you have done that, half of them are going to be eliminated every 10 seconds or so until we are left with just one. I don't know what I want to pick.
I think this for Snoop Dogg.
I like Oracle.
The island.
Pretty nice.
I was all about the island, and now that Snoop Dogg, I think I got to do the Snoop Dogg. Might too bold.
I like his headless chain, the floating chainsaw, and I like the clock. Something about that watch is just really.
We could also get the Clover for Nikki G. Anyway, we're playing.
I'm gonna save the pufferfish. I have to. There's also an owl available.
The pirate ship is pretty cool, but I'm going for
the pirate ship is pretty boss. Yeah.
The Snoop Dogg is too good, and I love this island.
That bloke is just you are.
I'm letting the island go. I'm sticking with the dog.
I was trying to save the water and the pufferfish at the same time, and I couldn't do it.
Come on, let it go. Come to the dog. Snoop Dogg needs to be born. Look how cool he looks.
I like this pirate ship. Actually, I'm gonna go for the clover.
Let go of the clover. Come on.
All right, pirate ship versus Lucky Thoughts. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1, fight! Oh, this is going to be close.
It's gonna be really close.
I don't know who's going to win. Oh, we did
Lucky
it.
Thoughts.
Closest Nomo in quite some time. I think it was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 off.
Wow, that's a nice Nomo. And
It's
good
a
job
very
today,
nice
guys.
Nomo.
Look at that noun and look at that Nomo. Well done.
I love when
Very
you say good
aesthetic.
job about the noun when you're the one who mints it.
I
It's
know,
just-
but you guys, honestly, I'm just waiting for you guys to yell into my ear holes, and you guys did a good job of that. So
fantastic.
my picture.
I did yell quite loud.
We did equal amounts of effort here. We yelled at you and you did the rest.
Correct. It's time to get FOMO.
These are
Awesome.
two incredibly. I mean, looking at Noma right now, it is very aesthetically pleasing. It is quite pretty with the between the two.
This cone you guys chose is out of freaking control.
It's so good.
Isn't
Also,
it amazing?
hi,
I'm taking credit
Toshi.
for the cone. I yelled quite loud. I'm taking some credit for the cone.
You can take credit for the cone.
You filled my ear holes the most. Good job.
Phrasing. Why?
That's how Drensky FOMO works. All right. Should we do the lucky Nomo?
I think we should. I'm. Can you do it? Should I pull it up?
I can do it. I already
All
have
right.
it ready. Oh, I'm just making.
Oh, well then.
I'm more. Oh, this is fun. The winner is michaelgold.eth.
Oh my god!
Maybe he's going to make a 3D version of this Nomo.
Oh, that
Michael
is really
Gold.
cool.
Wonderful.
Lucky Nomo
That's so
Minter.
awesome.
He was actually on the show briefly yesterday. Prof Order was noun pilling him and already got him making nounish 3D stuff. So
Playing
cool.
Nomo. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's who was there with his family.
Okay, so Michael Gold kind of new. He's kind of new to nouns. So what from our Nomo wallet? What should we give him? Should we give him This Is Nouns? We have some This Is Nouns still.
Yes.
Should we give him one of those?
Yes. He has two
good
kids who
idea.
are adorable. His 2 kids would love that for sure.
All right, This Is Nouns video edition coming your way, Mr. Gold. What is the lucky Nomo, by the way, RoboFishco, and how can someone enter themselves into tomorrow's draw?
It's actually super easy. All you have to do is mint today's Nomo. The Nomo now number 664, the Lucky Thoughts Cloverhead. If you mint this, then tomorrow you are entered automatically just by minting it into a chance to win one of the Nounish NFTs that we have in the Nomo wallet. And we're constantly stocking more in there. So I know we had a couple Wizards hats. We had some of the This Is Nouns animations. We've had quite a few different. We've got some Unitodes. So it's not just Nounish. Sometimes it's it's not just specifically relating to nouns. Sometimes it's a CC0. So anything cool that we think, oh, you know what, people would like this.
Unitodes is 100% noun. Every Unitode has noggles, right? Just saying.
I definitely did know that and was just setting you up to correct me.
Toshi, what up? You were late.
Few things. First of all, my Unitode is it's a chunky boy. I think it's the chunkiest one of the entire collection. I'll have to find
you
it
want to
and
know
see.
some alpha about the Chunky Boys? They almost didn't make it into the collection. It was something
Oh.
Boney added the Chunky body like without even consulting me like the night that we minted. And then the next morning he was like, check out these Chunkos, and I was like, yeah, good job on the Chunkos.
No, I saw it on the floor and I got it on secondary because I just thought it was so great.
Let's be honest, it wasn't gonna get away. It wasn't gonna get away.
I can't believe someone put that thing up and let it go to a new home. Has
Once the
anyone made a
Chunkos
joke yet?
get on the floor, they don't move much. Sorry, go ahead.
The Chunkies?
Jesus.
Well, I could keep talking about my little chunky boy Unitoad for quite some time here, but has anyone joked about this Nomo noun being named Lucky G yet?
No, we talked about it being Lucky Thoughts, and we did mint it for Nikki G, but that's pretty good. Like it.
Yeah.
Well, that was it.
Wait,
It wasn't great.
Before we
It
go
wasn't
on,
great. I'm sorry that
before
I
we
raised
go
my
on,
hand for that.
Yoshi, before you go on, what are you having for breakfast?
Did you guys all answer that question, or you said
No, we're just
October.
asking you specifically.
just
Answer
coffee.
specific. Oh boy, this is not good.
She might be an AI.
No egg bites.
She might be an AI. She didn't say egg bites.
Oh my gosh!
She's
Oh
an
my gosh!
AI.
How could I forget? You know. Of course, I'm having coffee before my most delicious bacon and Gruyere cheese egg bites from Starbucks. This is not an ad, but it could be.
Okay,
Don't
it's all
forget,
crunchy.
the
Leave
best
it
thing
to
to pair with your morning brew is a couple of egg bites. Do you want some too?
Oh my god.
Leave it to Aptoshi to make her AI safe word into an advertisement. It's impressive.
It's honestly, it's very on brand.
Although that was a bit sus that she forgot it until someone said it. So I'm still not convinced this is not potentially AI Aptoshi. But
AI Toshi says really funny things that are very cheesy, like rise and shine. That's going to be my new phrase. So just if you guys see that, that's the AI 100.
rise.
It also,
You said that though.
I know. Well, I'm just taking it on.
You said that to me.
I'm letting the AI dictate what my personality is. Okay, this is the future, you guys.
How long have you been doing this?
How the AI can cringe mine. It like goes through all of your history and finds the most cringeworthy things and then says, "This is going to be."
It also really likes to do things like add random hashtags, like hashtag Optoshi travels or hashtag Optoshi thoughts. So we're just gonna stamp these things on the internet forever. If you search Optoshi, there's gonna be something there, some type of
The
resin
sad
shot.
thing is, it probably has knowledge of the algorithm that we don't have. So we probably should be using these.
I mean,
hashtags.
wait, but there isn't much knowledge of the algorithm that we don't have because now it's open source.
Yes, but did you read it? Because Optoshi.
Yes.
Yeah. Hashtag Optoshi Adventures. Did you check that? Did you
I
know
did
that that's
not.
gonna pop?
Seems like a missed opportunity to use hashtag Optoshi Adventures, but that's okay.
I will actually talk about the Twitter algorithm if you want me to, because it is fascinating. But
Let's hear it. I mean, this is part of the experiment.
So in that particular instance, that would actually be punished slightly. Hashtags are allowed.
It sounds like you're speaking through a fan, like one of those fans that goes side to side, and you're speaking in like when you're a kid, and you go, oh, that's what it sounds like. I'm not sure why.
There's nothing I can do about that. My phone is just bad. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, we can kind of hear you, so go ahead.
Back to hearing about how Twitter is punishing us.
Well, so one of the most interesting things from it is that fake, like words that are not really words in the language that you speak are punished by a lot. So
if I type in waggly doo, it's just gonna like shadow ban.
It's not gonna. Right. So that's one of the things that you have to watch out for. So like if you're posting a tweet about the Nounders, for instance, you will be better served by typing nouns founders by the algorithm than you would be if you just did Nounders.
That's interesting because we've been trying to do that at TNS since the start, just to avoid jargon for new people.
I know.
But that's interesting that the algorithm.
But this is the thing is but it also cuts both ways, right? Nounders is more popular within the circle that we're all in. So the the Twitter algorithm puts you in a group based on your activity. And it spreads things first to that group, and then eventually, based on that group, it can break outside. Which is why most of the things that we see and get, and also most of the people who see our things are within the NFT ecosystem, because that is the group in which we have been put. But so that's basically what you have to do, is you have to use words that are recognizable in the languages that you have set that you speak. So like on my Twitter, I have it set that I speak English, French, and Japanese. So as long as I write real words in any of those languages, I'm fine.
What if you can't spell?
Yeah, what if you're in a rush? What if you're tweeting on the go, you know?
What about those people,
the algorithm punishes that.
What about those people that don't like to use any vowels? Like I saw a tweet this morning that it was a serious question about what's going on with Arbitrum, because there's some drama with Arbitrum today, and there was no vowels in the entire tweet. It was like SRSTLDRABARB question mark. That was the tweet, and people actually understood that to be a real live question and answered it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was amazed the fact that he had.
So there's a balance you have to strike, right? So like everything gets a multiplier. In the case of the fake words, if you have like not real words in your tweet, that gives you a multiplier of 0.01, which is not good. But if somebody likes the tweet, that gives you a multiplier of 30. If somebody retweets it, that gives you a multiplier of 20. And if somebody comments, that gives you a multiplier of 5. So it's really interesting in that if you post tweets that the algorithm normally would punish, but they are stylistic enough that people will like them, that can break through. They will be punished for the fake things, but for the fake words, but they'll still break out of the orbit they would normally break out of because they'll get more likes. So you have to sort of strike a balance.
What does the algorithm think about GM then? That's what I want to know.
Shadow banned.
It's a widely used enough acronym that it will be spread to our group, but it still gets punished to pick up on people that aren't within our group. So GM basically tags as you're a degen, and these are the people who want to see this.
So basically GM is an NFT dog whistle? Is that what you're saying, basically?
Yes, literally.
Yikes. Well, I see a bunch of people in this audience that need to change
dog whistle for like a year. You know that, right? Outside of the NFT sphere, GM has always been an NFT dog whistle, like since it was popularized a while ago.
I suppose.
But yeah, it turns out the algorithm agrees, which is kind of cool that it got to that point. But because that's one of the first things that I checked.
Toshi and Blooms are currently trolling me in the comments of this space. LOL.
Of course.
Do you know what that's? Can you read that loud? What I said?
You say, let's see. Tony Hawk, seriously, I know you know what to mean. I know you know what that means. Is that right?
I know you know what this means, but yes.
There you go.
See?
That's actually one of my superpowers, is being able to tell very long acronyms, figure them out. But still, it should probably get punished by the non-Toady algorithm, though.
This one girl posted one that she was like this feisty lady, and then she posted one. It was like 25 characters, and I'm not even kidding you. I just out loud said it, and I knew exactly what she was saying, and it was the correct one. I got it. I'll find it. It's like a joke one, but it's I know that you know that if I know that if we're about to do this right now, then we got to go outside, or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy. I'll try to post it here for you guys. But see, do you understand?
You had to be there.
Yeah, had to be there, I suppose. Had to be there. Can I tell you guys a funny story? Because it's a week in LITE. Oh, is there a guest?
Yes.
No guest. You are the guest. Be the guest you want to see in the world.
You're the guest.
Be the guest you want to be in the world. I had random longer story I'm not going to tell. I'm talking to my dad, like reached out to my family, but like have sort of told them about nouns for the first time, which is crazy. So anyways, I'm giving them like videos and fun stuff to watch. And you brought up language earlier, how like the jargon for people is so difficult. And I feel like I just like haven't talked to a person in a long time that had no concept of not only nouns, but like NFTs in general and stuff too. So I got some really hilarious feedback, but he says it all looks and sounds exciting. But he's still trying to understand the language. He says he doesn't get it. He thinks he's old. And I'm like, you're not old. There's just a lot to learn. But his 2 questions were, he's like, I have these 2 questions. 1, how many sharks are in your community? Which I thought was hilarious. I'm like, well, that can mean a lot of things, Dad. And then the second one was, has anyone in your community acquired a noun? And it was just so adorable to me. I don't know. I just like thought it was just so fun. But really, it was a cool experience because he's like in his 70s now. So he was there and understanding kind of, and like kind of getting the lingo, but things like still just, I don't know. It just like brought me all the way back to like the very.
Is your dad
Honestly,
because he kind of sound those questions kind of sound like they were drawn up by ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'm like my dad in air quotes, my new virtual dad.
Oh no!
How many
know,
sharks are in your community? I thought was hilarious.
What I want to know is, can you get your dad to explain nouns to my mom, because I've tried and it's not working, and I feel like they're closer at comprehension, and they already have met.
You guys are telling too many family members about nouns. In my opinion.
No, I know. I don't know what happened. Well, because they were like, well, what are you even doing? I'm like, well, I speak on stage about stuff. They're like, you're speaking about what? Who's listening to you do stuff? And I'm like, well, you got the nouns, like the and I was like trying to explain it to them and show them. It's
fair,
like,
that's a fair question, actually. Who is listening?
Yeah, they're letting you speak with a microphone. That's crazy.
That's what my parents said. It's like, why would anyone listen to you?
I'm like, listen, there's new age funding opportunities, you guys. DAOs, decentralized, autonomous. It is a lot, but
yeah, this is why people listen to Aptoshi. She can spout jargon like nobody else.
Sponsored by unsupportive parents.
It's a Hawaii thing.
But it seems like it's what it really signaled to me. It was a green flag, okay, you guys. It was a green flag. I feel like what it really signaled was you could have the supportive family members who like, none of this really makes any sense, but I always knew you could do it. Like they're there, like they're at some NFT conference, they're like filming you on the phone, like the phone's like backwards, they're filming themselves by accident. Like it actually could be an industry where it's just kind of a little bit has that wholesome familyness, as long as family members are like, well, it sounds crazy and complicated, but I'm excited for you. And so for me, that was cool. Like usually like we have like this weird Thanksgiving family around the table being like, oh, this guy, yeah, he told me to buy into ETH back when it was $4,000 and now I've lost all my shit. Thanks, Carl. And it's like not wholesome at all.
So my parents, they visited once, and I have like a little Litecoin mining operation in my garage, and so I it's pretty loud, so I had to kind of explain what that was. And now whenever my mom wants to ask me about crypto stuff, she just says, how are your robots doing? And I know that that's her way of saying, how is everything going with
my mom always asks me, how's that Bitcoin thing going? And I'm like, going great, Mom. Going great. Do nothing with Bitcoin, but okay.
Robots are going great. I'm full-time robots now. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, the robots. That's kind of funny. Well, at least she like associate them with like a little sound. She's like, are they humming still? Are they happy and are they humming?
My mom, like, she knows they're not robots, but she knows that that's a funny way of putting it. So she knows.
Oh,
exactly
okay. So that's already an improvement. Like because my mom asks me the same thing, but she thinks that I literally work with robots. And
that is incorrect.
Kinda.
That is incorrect.
I mean,
Robots are real people. Egg bites.
Everyone talking on the stage besides Aptoshi, who is clearly a bot. I am
anybody going to
Starbucks here.
If anyone's going to Starbucks, I will take 2 egg bites, please.
You got to get 2 You got to get 2 orders of egg whites, so that way you have 4 egg whites. But that's a whole other situation. The robots. My mom also just was like, I was like, oh, I could teach you something. I have so much I could say, and she's like, no, like I still write checks. I still write checks, and I'm like, what? That you could write checks and like, what does that even mean? Like that just like was her thing. Like, no, I still write checks.
No, I've gotten that too. That they're like, oh, I still write
actually
checks,
a perfect
therefore.
response, to be honest.
I don't even have a checkbook, so yeah, that is a perfect response.
I feel like I have one like in storage somewhere.
Yeah, you know what? That I might.
What you need to tell her is you tell her she writes a check for the equivalent of 0.5 ETH, and you give her a check from Jack Butcher. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Checks for checks.
God. I know I should have been like, Mom, I didn't know you were so trendy.
That'd be. I just
her mom wrote her a check, and she's like, oh my God, my mom's doing a Jack Butcher derivative. She's so hip.
That is actually hilarious. That is a hilarious tweet.
I just had one of those like tech bros reinvents blank moments where I was just like, it would be so cool if there was a way to like write physical checks to send ETH, but then you'd have to have some sort of system where you would be able to turn the physical checks in, and then they'd help you do the transaction. Oh wait, that's just called a bank. That's the point.
What I do is I write my seed phrase on a piece of cardstock and I give it to a carrier pigeon, and then send it to the destination.
Yeah,
IPONC. Yeah, it's faster than broadband in some places.
I saw an article, speaking of pigeons carrying things to other places. I didn't know if it was real because I'm at this point in my life where like I'll read those articles and I used to be like, oh God, what fake crap. But like this one, I'm like, it could be real. Did you guys see the article about the pigeon who had a little mini backpack of crystal meth that was put on his back, and then they tried to cross over into prison?
Oh shit! Where did they find that? I've been looking for that pigeon.
That happened in my former province, so yeah, I have seen it. And it's
oh my God! So that was a real story.
Yeah, it's the second time they've been caught actually doing that.
They put you guys just visualize a pigeon, first of all, then visualize a mini tiny backpack that this pigeon would wear, then visualize a dealer, I don't know what they're putting it, something in a little something, putting it in the backpack, putting the backpack on the pigeon. I don't even know how that entire part would go down. And then just like launching it into the air, hoping that it goes over to the prison and isn't caught by people because it's a pigeon wearing a backpack. Like, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It's a tube strapped to their leg.
The crazy thing is, they could have sent that crystal meth almost anywhere except a prison. Like, the plan was so good, aside from the prison part. Nobody else gives a shit about pigeons. They could have sent it to anywhere, and everyone would have just looked the other way. But yeah, pigeon with a backpack in a prison is going to really stand out.
Yeah, and that seems like a very single transaction.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but pigeons aren't allowed clothing and accessories inside prison walls.
Yeah, and that's like what is that? Like the Amazon Prime of pigeon deliveries? Like that's not enough for everybody. That couldn't be. That was for a person.
It couldn't be. I mean, I don't know. Let me rewatch Breaking Bad and I'll let you know.
I can't listen to this type of thing without thinking of IPOAC and how badly I want them to test it again. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh, they're here you are with your letters again.
I think you're just trolling me with letters again.
No, I'm not. So IP, Internet Protocol, there's IPv4, IPv6. They all describe different ways of carrying information from point A to point B, right? IPOAC stands for IP over Avian Carrier. And it was a way to test. It started as a joke, and then they tested it, and it ended up being faster than broadband and more reliable in some places, where they literally downloaded a file, like a movie, essentially, of a couple gigs, to a USB stick and gave it to a pigeon to then fly to a target location, while at the same time, simultaneously uploading the file and then downloading it at the target location. And so
I remember this story.
File?
An important detail is that this was done as basically a prank or to prove a
It was a
point
bit, yeah.
by people in New Zealand because they have apparently really bad broadband.
Really
in
crap
the area,
internet, yeah.
and they wanted to show that they could send something by pigeon to Australia faster than they could send it over the internet.
Yes. But then there's like actual documentation on it now where people are like possible packet loss due to hawks. Like they put like actual bugs.
Wait, so when that terrible employee tells you that they've emailed you and you didn't get it, it might have actually gotten eaten by a hawk. Is that what you're saying?
If they're transferring it over IPOAC, yes.
You can't just tell me that hawks attack pigeons. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen that, and I don't
What
know
did
if
you
I
think?
condone that.
What did you think hawks ate? Hawks are like adept hunters. They hunt in the air. That's their whole thing. They hunt
that's literally what they do.
Very aware. I'm very aware of that, you guys. I thought they had like, little rodents, little mice, little.
This is gonna blow your mind, but mice don't fly.
No, Cody.
That's what we're saying. Hawks hunt in the air. They don't land to hunt.
They probably
do
eat rodents too, but
they eat rodents too. But they're designed to hunt other birds.
Which great design! Props to the designer of the hawk.
That's why hawks are also trained. That's why so many hawks are trained now to take down drones. Is because they're uniquely suited to destroying aerial targets.
So hawks are basically responsible for every piece of data we've ever lost on the internet. Is what you're saying? They're just taking down drones and pigeons left, right, and center.
You know what? Man. This is Twitter. If that's what you want to take away from what I'm saying, I'm not going to stop you.
Every hack that you've seen in the crypto news has actually been caused by a hawk.
Wow.
Hack is actually just like a stylization of the word hawk. That's where it comes from originally, the etymology. So when people say, funds lost in major, infrastructure hack, what they mean is hawk. A hawk has flown in and grabbed the USB file that had all of their encryption on it. And anyway, I'm getting into the weeds here, but
hey, birds aren't real anyways, so But now I'm really glad I came to this space because now I'm understanding. Now I'm thinking deep on this. I'm like, oh my god, everyone thinks like pigeons are low class because they're just hanging out in the street all day. They don't want to fly. The second they're up in the air, they're little meat targets. They're little pigeon pies.
That must be why pigeons don't like to fly.
Oh yeah, here I found the documentation saying carriers in the queue too long may leave log entries as shown on the scale. Avian carriers normally bypass bridges and tunnels, but will seek out wormhole tunnels. When carrying web traffic, the carriers may digest the spiders, leaving behind a more compact representation. The carriers may be confused by mirrors. Round-robin queuing is not recommended. Robins make for well-tuned networks, but not support the necessary auto-homing feature. A PDF was held at the last IETF, but only avian carriers were allowed entry, so we don't know the results other than we're sure they think MPLS is great. Our attempts at attaching labels to the carriers have been met with resistance.
We should have put out a message before today's LITE to the Moonbirds community that we were going to be doing a show all about birds. I had no idea that we were going to be doing that.
I didn't know I don't know how we got here. I didn't know we were going to end up here. We couldn't have planned. I'm just obsessed.
You guys have heard the whole, like, obviously I don't believe this, but you guys know the ridiculousness of the whole, like, birds aren't real thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I've heard that. It's wonderful.
It's so good. If you've ever been, like, I've seen this a lot of times, like, while we're out driving around, but, like, have you guys ever seen a bird just, like, I'm sorry, like, out of my mouth, I've seen a bird just, like, hovering. Other birds are flying around. It makes no sense. It's just like standing in its own little pillar of just air. Its wings are out.
That's called an updraft, darling.
Okay, literally out of my mouth, I just said birds aren't real. Like, I'm sorry, but like, how is it doing that? I know that there is a how, and it is all real, and that
it's all very easy to explain. When you see
I'm
a
not
bird
going
floating,
to explain aeronautics on the air.
It's not really aeronautics actually, because when they're floating like that, what's actually happening is they're getting a new packet of data uploaded.
Downloading. It's just
so it's downloading. Like a holding zone.
Oh, I found the thing. Encapsulation may be done with saran wrappers. Unintentional encapsulation in hawks has been known to occur, with decapsulation being messy and the packets mangled. That
Okay.
was the bit.
I feel like this was some engineer's hack week project for a different type of hack week.
I mean, yeah, it was from April 1st, 1999. So
Way before PETA could have done anything about this. I mean, God.
Well,
Imagine-
speaking of hack week, I tried to kind of stick a little segue in there. We do have to do a little hack FMing today because it is the last day to get any
that's
of your
nice.
projects in for hack FM. You got till midnight tonight, I believe, so 12 hours time
Good night,
to get
DST.
dropped
Yeah.
in. Who wants to come and talk about what they're working on? I see Zarg's down there. I know she's been hacking away on some stuff. Anyone else want to come
I
talk
will.
about what you're working on?
I just submitted the open edition that's up above as well. It's available for free if anybody wants to mint it. It is the Floranoun Spring Break open edition that's going to serve as the mint pre-sale mint for our next collection. But we did it this week in class. Actually during class, minted as part of the lesson, and then it's up there. So that just got submitted, and I'm in the process of submitting for IRL Keep Nouns Weird because that's where I really like to be. For everything I just did in Miami, which was I distributed over 100 lo-fi noggles. I was everywhere and made a shit ton of really great connections that are going to be interesting to see if we can make some stuff happen. That's really, really cool. So plus the Noun O'Clock Live. So I'm putting all that in, coming at you soon.
Awesome.
And what have you been working on, Toady? Because I know what you've been working on, Toady.
I already know what you've been working on
It's
too,
really
but I would love to
cute.
hear about
It's
it.
really cute.
I've been working
It's
on a
really
few
cute.
things. I've been working on a few things, but the one that I've been having the most fun with is these Nounimals. So I found this collection of ZK animals when I was doing some blockchain tourism last week, which is where you go and explore L2s to see if you can do stuff and hopefully eventually get an airdrop when they eventually have a token. I missed Arbitrum, and so I have PTSD from that. And so I'm like, there's no sense being like full time in this space and missing these airdrops. It's just stupid. So I was checking out Starkware and ZK, which are two L2s that are sort of on the come up. ZK in particular just launched its Era platform, Era blockchain, sorry. So I was doing some tinkering on there. I figured out how to buy NFTs. I bought a couple NFTs, and then I found these animals over there, and I noticed that they were billing themselves as the first CC0 project on ZK Era. So I started playing around with it, and I was like, man, these would look so much nicer with noggles. And then I put noggles on it. I was like, holy shit, they look like a million times better.
Oh my God, is
And
that a Pikachu?
that's a Pikachu.
My God. CC0?
Shout out Boney for giving me the idea for the Pikachu, but just been playing around with it. They have like only like 4 or 5 base animals in the collection. I've been adding a bunch more animals and some different traits and stuff and playing around with that. So just hacking away in the spirit of Hack Week, having some fun with it, and we'll see what happens.
Who else is
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Hi, Alsara, I see you came up and then also XOAO. So, Alsara, you've got your hand up, so we'll go to you and then XOAO.
I can't wait to hear from Alsara because hopefully he already tweeted what he's going to talk about because I saw it on Discord. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm just working on a little subway animation scene based off of I think it's Majovsky's index card NFT story. So the next little bit I
To be
want to
clear, this
animate
is for
is
Subway. This Subway is in like a subterranean train. We're not doing another advertisement. This
right, yeah.
this
We're not
space
doing
is still
footlongs
sponsored by,
today.
so I have to be careful. Continue.
Raise your hand, throw up some emojis if you were here live during the Madrosky subway story. Let's see those emojis, guys. You guys are some
Raise
day
his
one.
hand. But yeah, I just want to animate to finish off the Hack Week thing. Animate him looking down at his phone, either on the subway or by the platform, and having a worried face on him as he looks at his phone and he isn't able to make the purchase or like place the bid.
Yeah, I
Other
can't
other
the
than
full.
that, it's yeah, it's been pretty sweet. I learned a ton.
Very cool. You're very talented. I love your animations. Is this what you do for a living, by the way?
No, it's the first week I'm animating actually.
What?
Oh my
That's crazy.
god.
Yeah, but
But
I'd love to animate more stuff for Nouns. Can't wait for the next animation contest.
I'm gonna pin you to the
Actually, speaking of which,
top.
I might submit something for May the
animate everything
1st
from
since it's a
scratch, or
month
like were you
away.
able to? All right, go for it. But yeah, I had a question. Like,
can
animate
you guys
everything
hear
from
me?
scratch, Alessandra? Those models
Um,
you're
Oh,
making?
you were
I
after
think Tody's
rugging.
getting a little rugged.
Yeah, Toady, you were after rugged for a second.
Maybe he can't hear me.
Now you sound like you're coming through a fan. You're just like
Okay, can you
cutting
hear
in
me
and
now?
out.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
perfect.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And Balrog, we can hear you too. Alsara, oh sorry. Yeah, Alsara, I posted your tweet to the top. That's freaking awesome. I can't believe. First time
Yeah,
animate.
thanks a lot.
Let's go. Let's freaking go. Toady, I think those little robots in your garage are just working too hard. Maybe they're just taking up some of that internet broadband, unless I'm also rugging, but
He's Roadie Hawk today. He's not even at home, so that's probably why.
oh yeah, Roadie Hawk. EXO
I am home.
Ayo, my
I'm home now.
man. My
Don't tell me
man, let's go. What are you hacking too?
Yeah, GM of Toshi, Toady, and everybody. Yeah, like I'm hacking away. I actually worked on like a few different things. Because I'm very nounish and I just love nouns. I actually I'm planning to submit like I've submitted two already, and I'm gonna submit like a third one tonight. Like talking to animations, I'm working on I'm working on like a video, and it's meant to be a series. So I'm not just gonna do it just for this week. I'm gonna try and like maintain it. But essentially, like I'm working on a journey to document like some like inspired by Aptoshi actually because I met her in Paris. And yeah, I want to do more like video content, just capture like what I do on a day-to-day basis or at least a weekly basis. And so I'm starting like my first version of it with like a sports themed thing because I'm going to be playing for Nouns FC, for W3 FC in New York for NFT NYC. So it'll be super fun. I can't wait for that and bring home the trophy to the Nouns family.
Guess
So
what,
shout out
X?
yes. Go on.
I'm gonna be joining. I was just invited to join you guys as well, so I'll be playing with you also in New York.
Awesome. Let's bring it home. Let's win it together. um, super excited to have Toady, in the team, for example. I saw that in the chat, so really pumped, really, really bullish. I think we have really, an even better chance now to win. So let's go. But yeah, in terms of the video series, it's just like really, it's really about like capturing the moment,
Well, you
the
haven't
ups
seen me
and
play
downs.
yet.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I mean, if you play as well as you hold these spaces, I'm sure we'll win the trophy. Don't worry.
Sometimes he's playing while hosting the space.
Exactly. Like he's just being humble. He's just practicing. But yeah, like I think I'm just been trying to keep busy, like so that's really cool. And then apart from that, like as well, like it's a idea that I want everyone to be part of as well. So I called it like a project, I call it Project 50, but it's really just about like a challenge that everyone can take part in. Like we're all creators, we're all whether we're into music or whether we're into sports, it's really a series where everyone creates content and like whatever you're good at, it's almost a challenge and all you do is just hashtag nouns challenge or hashtag project 50, and then it's really down to you as to what you want to do. And I'm doing that video series as a way to inspire other nouns to do the same. And I think it's I want to make it like a community thing and not just it's just an idea, but I'm working on that. But the other two proposals I've submitted already. I think I talked about it like before, so probably won't go into details. But one of them is an app, which is like a side events app. I got some feedback from some of the nouns community, and yeah, it's going to be fun. And like I'm going to be using it for NFT NYC. And I built it with a friend of mine called Derp, and essentially we created an MVP, which allows you to, it's customly designed for nouns. So everything that you do from, when you tweet, that you're in a side event, let's say Tony goes to a side event to a bar, and I'm in, the sandbox party, and then in real time you can see that tweet, and then you can see it in the custom nouns app, where you can actually say, oh, I'm going to join Toady in the sandbox party. So that was the idea, and we created lots of different features, and obviously it's not perfect, but I want to test it out in New York. So that's the alpha there. But yeah, it's open to everyone. It's free. We're looking for people to sign up and test it, and then we'll improve it as we go along. And then the other one for the other track was like, I'm going to be projecting nouns on Times Square and just anywhere I can project nouns. I'm just gonna like do a street art show with nouns on the ground, all inspired by nouns on the ground with Eptoshi. So that's that's it. That's what I'm working on this week.
So cool. That's so awesome for everyone too. Balrog, I'm so sorry. I just want to say one nice thing about XOAO before we get to you. But it was awesome talking to you in Paris. And I believe, was this social app what you had submitted to the OTG Prop House? Maybe?
Yeah,
I think it was.
It was an initial idea. Yeah, we didn't really build on it, but then obviously with the hack week, I was like, I need to build, a really good MVP for the nouns community. But yeah, I had an idea like a long time ago of like an events app, because I think like that's where, a lot of people have told me that, oh, like I want something that I can look into, and was like, oh, like how can I sign up to this party? Like it's all very like difficult, and it's like people just asked for a side events app, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna build it. So that's that was the thinking behind it. But yeah, I wanna do more, I wanna do more with nouns on the ground. I want to do more with the little nouns. I want to do more with with everything that like is in the nouns ecosystem, because I think it's an amazing opportunity for builders, for creatives to really like create something new and exciting, and like benefits the whole community. So yeah, like it really inspires me to see like you guys lead the way of the Noun Square, and having consistent spaces, and Otoshi going everywhere in the world literally, to spread the good news of nouns. So yeah, I'm super excited to meet you guys in New York, and I can't wait for it.
Sweet. Freaking awesome. I think we have like other people up here who are hacking. This is so exciting to see how many entries for this whole big old hack week. Balrog, we're finally getting to you. It's awesome to see you up here. Are you hacking?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me pretty well?
Yes.
Yep.
We could hear you right there. I think I can hear you. Give us one more little test there. We could hear you fine.
Okay, I hope so.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah. So you guys are having like a meeting in New York or something like that?
Oh yeah, we're having tons of kind of
quite a few actually.
for NFT NYC is happening in a couple of weeks, and a bunch of us are going to be there, which is super exciting. Are you going to be in New York?
Yeah, I'm just going to be there while you guys look at each other's eyes with soulless intent to take each other's money, like Alex Bankman-Fried.
Ah. Well,
Happily have some orgy parties, maybe, like they did. Take some Adderall.
probably
Okay.
not. I don't know what kind of wild and crazy things you do,
You're
Balrog,
missing out
but
on
you know.
Yeah, different
looks like you're getting
area.
rugged.
Oh, for sure. Am I getting rugged still?
No, not you.
Oh, the troll.
Yeah.
We should have known when he used one of the names of the devil from the Bible as his username. That's what we call
What, the Balrog?
Isn't the Balrog from Lord of the Rings?
Isn't that
It's from Lord of the Rings.
one of them? I think so. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Well, Balrog,
I'm thinking of
dang,
different.
If you're there, I mean, stay safe, please. That's a pretty wild and crazy place. You should not be in those kinds of
Damn, bro.
I feel like other people are here who are hacking Nounimations. Could it possibly be that you're hacking?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's Malcolm here. From the
Just
Nounimations
posted
account.
another one.
Hi, Malcolm.
I haven't gotten a chance to look at it. You posted another one like last night, didn't you?
Well, I actually posted this one today. I posted it today. It was supposed to come out last night, but I guess you live in the future, so you probably saw it last night. But
no, I just didn't. I saw it this morning, so I just couldn't. I didn't know when it.
Oh yeah. So
I saw that you tagged me. I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet because I woke up about 2 minutes before hosting this show. So...
Oh wow, that's interesting. You know, I hope sometime near in the future as well. You know, the team from Africa will be able to also come through for some of these physical OTG events. You know, in New York and.
I need that to happen so bad.
Yeah, and you know we are working on ourselves. But in the meantime, man, let's keep building. And with that said, you know, I did another the Noun Square short animation. Yeah, so if you go on my page, they're like a series. You actually find them like a series because my page is like full of short animations. By my page, I mean the Nounimation page. The Nounimations, it's full of animation series, and so it's all like a series. They're just short parts. For the most part, they're short parts of the spaces. There's some that are not really about the spaces. There's a video of what is Nounish. So I just do short animated series, as well as I wanted to, and I'm still going to. So I submitted some props in the Nouns prop house, which didn't go through, but I'm still going to do it. I want to create short animated series about specific nouns. Yeah, and some of these series. Depending on your sense of humor, you'll find it funny. Some you probably will not, but that's fine. So I just want to create animated series of specific nouns. I already have a script of this animated series this animation called Nouns Are Linked. In my mind, it's dope. In my mind, In my mind, it's dope. In my mind, it's actually funny, but as well, sort of bringing into sort of like the storyline or giving some life as well into like some of his nouns. And the basic script is this, in about 5 seconds. It's you know, with every day there's a birth of a new noun. Every day there's a birth of a new noun. And but what happens when these new nouns are born? So there's like this noun that is born, and apparently they have told it about this new cute noun that has always been on the block. I think it was noun 206. I'm forgetting the exact noun, but like it was noun 206. So it comes into this whole noun universe, and you know, it says everything is beautiful. Wow. And it asks noun 206 out. Yeah. So noun 206 is like, yeah, sure. They go out. This noun is in love. It realizes, like, what exactly was I missing? It realizes that this noun is, the noun for it. And it has the time of its life. The day ends. And before this noun knows it, noun 206 receives a phone call. Now, this phone call is from a new noun asking it to, as well go out. There's a whole script. So asking it to as well go out. So this noun, the old noun, realizes that noun 206 has probably gone out on dates with almost every new noun, at least every new male noun. And it's heartbroken. But there is a bit of yeah, so I'll share the script as well on my page. There's a way I envisioned it in my mind, which I'm going to animate. But yeah, so I released another quick short one. I've also had some props in, especially to the Noun Square, Hack Week, and also the nouns as well. Hack Week, called as well previously on Noun and the Nouniverse, because I also wanted to create more animations about the whole universe of nouns. In that regard, but yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh my gosh. The amount of animations coming out of this community is so freaking cool. From the new animators to the people who have been doing it for a little bit now too. We loved animations. You've been doing so awesome, Malcolm, of capturing these really funny moments from these TNS spaces, and it's just it's hilarious. It's fun. It's lighthearted. It's like very encouraging, I think, for people to do like all of these little animations. So thank you so much for sharing. I know that we are having some ruggy issues with the space.
Nope, I'm back.
Oh,
Good timing.
yay!
Hi,
He did it.
I'm back too.
Oh my
That's
god!
the one too. Thank you,
Oh,
Aptoshi.
okay, guys.
You should see Discord. I'm DMing Aptoshi going like, I got rugged. I'm reconnecting. Vamp.
I'm back. I'm gone. I'm here. I'm not. It's crazy, but thank God you guys.
I'm in. Anyway,
Mine was especially creepy because my Twitter froze and then I closed out of Twitter and it did that thing again where I could still hear the space even though Twitter was closed. I'm like, what's going on here? That's a little
what's
weird.
going on?
What's
Tony,
going on
did you
here?
have a question? Cause you got rugged just as you were asking it.
What was
Or
I
maybe
Oh, yes. What I was trying to ask was, are there models that you're able to sort of pull from, or do you have to draw everything from scratch? That was my question.
I'm doing everything from scratch just to keep it CC0.
No, how
But
did you like that subway and stuff? That's all so detailed. Like you drew that all by hand? That's nuts.
yeah, they're like a Boolean modifier props that you can like insert into the model. So it, like excavates a little cube and then like puts it's just 3D modeling stuff. It's kind of
cool.
easy and straightforward after you know it.
What are you
Actually
animating
one
in
of the
Blender?
yeah, just Blender. I was gonna
Damn.
say this too. I really love like brand building and like coming up with these 3D worlds. So one of the things I'll be working on in April is probably getting a little nounish city plan down and like nounish looking buildings and sets done so that they can be released to the community as 3D models for them to like create their own animations in.
That's pretty
There's
cool.
actually, I think, 2 props going on doing that right now. You probably should connect with them.
If you
Awesome.
haven't heard of Blue Xanadu, do you know Blue Xanadu? He does Unreal Engine modeling, and he has
Yeah,
a
yeah.
character called Blue. So he had
he's making a noun thing.
He's making a noun.
Awesome, sweet.
Yeah.
I'll find the prop and link it to you.
Yeah, that would
it's
be really
cool.
sweet. It's awesome seeing all these creators coming up with stuff for nouns.
Yeah, the Noun Square is going to be in that, and we've seen some concept art for it, and it looks pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'd love to see it too.
Let's see if we can share it to you.
It's basically like the future of the Noun Square. It's very futuristic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I was watching on YouTube too. Also, those like face tracking 3D models some of you guys had of older episodes, and it was really cool seeing that too. I didn't even know you had them.
If you could make new ones of those that are actually usable on any video, we would use them a lot. No, really though, because Cora made these awesome ones, Coral Orca, but unfortunately he made them on the Snapchat filter protocol or whatever you want to call it.
Oh,
and
right,
now,
yeah.
And now they killed Snap Camera, so you can't use them on desktop, which is really annoying.
Damn.
And so we can't use them for that purpose anymore at all.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good opportunity. I'll try to jump on it. I was gonna make 3D heads and 3D models for like character animation. So that was in the pipeline anyway.
I just DM'd you a resource that might help you with that, as well as the prop for Xanadu.
Nice. Thanks, sweet.
Yeah, no problem.
when Animator House, like I just want to like put you guys all in the same room together and be like, all right, this is
Who's gonna-
our version
I
of the
think
Lord
that's
of the
called
Rings.
Atrium.
Who's gonna tell it? No, but like we just had a prop house animation
Yeah.
extravaganza, and it was so successful that now they've got another prop up to reward another 10, I think, from that one round. So yeah, definitely lots of animation talent out there.
And for anyone up here in the speaker spot who's kind of new, maybe Elsara, Brett, I see you down there. Brett, go ahead and wave your hand if you can hit those emojis. Brett is also an animator and has done incredible stuff with NARS and stuff too. So Brett's waving his hand down there. All the animators need to follow Brett. You guys all just need to find each other because it's really cool. The more special thing about Nouns, I think, is that people make these CC0 assets. And so like
Brett's,
being able to share that across through everyone is just so freaking awesome. So I hope everyone is able to connect, but I couldn't miss shouting out Brett down there and his awesome animations as well.
Yeah, Brett is actually working on this really cool animation for NARS called Locals Only that I'm definitely not just pumping up because I'm in it.
Wait, I think you are.
I'm super excited for that. I've seen some of the art for it, and it's so good. It's so much fun. I still haven't gotten over Chad and Brad. Brad knows who I'm talking about.
Well, that's another great example too of like, you know, being an animator, but then also utilizing people in the community for voiceovers or for, you know, just the storylines and their personalities. Like we've all seen it here, like Elsara, even with the Madrovsky story, which is like timeless, a tale as old as time. And as far as like, you know, auction for nouns. And so it's just really cool that you guys are not only
a tale as old as time, or at least like 6 months.
Yeah, a tale as old as a couple of weeks ago. But I'll never forget it. And it's these stories that we're gonna capture for forever, and like these little mini like personalities within this community that you guys as animators are even capturing. And it's just really, really, really freaking cool to see.
Agreed.
Awesome. We're probably going to wrap up here pretty shortly, but Salman, you requested to come up. What's going on?
Hey, everyone. I have pinned a tweet where it's about my proposal, what that project is about, the name for it. So the options, I would love for y'all to tell me, like, the options are like 1, Lil movie, 2, a Lil movie. So, yeah.
Ooh, I think a little movie. I could be wrong. But like a little movie sounds a little like spicy, a little like, ooh, what's this little movie gonna be about? You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You guys, who has other input?
Well, do you want to tell people what your prop is about?
Can we get some
So that
context here?
not everybody here was here yesterday.
It's a Lil movie. That is what it is.
Well, there you go. I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah,
it's
Lil
gotta be
movie
a little
sounds
movie.
better.
I do have one question about the little movie. Is it like big or little?
It's big.
Oh
It's
wow!
not-
So the Lil
but-
movie is big.
Movie.
That was surprising. I wasn't
Getting some
expecting
mixed
that.
messages here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little movie, but it's a big one.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay,
you just go
Salman.
for you call it the biggest little movie.
Oh my god, that is the one.
Yes, the biggest
That is
little
the one.
movie.
Oh, that is too good. What a perfect.
Ladies and
Let me do
gentlemen,
it.
Brad's
Thank you. I'll have to give you credit for that.
brand strategist Abtoshi. Or
Oh,
her
wow.
AI. Or her AI. We're
Grand
not sure.
strategist Satoshi breaking my eardrums with whistle tones once again.
Toshi GPT-4.
Yeah. Rise and shine for the biggest little movie of the summer.
Oh God.
It
comes with its own catchphrase.
Coming to Nouns.
We don't stand a chance.
Yeah, so I'll get to work then. Thank you so much. Thank you for totally solving it for me.
Yes, let's go. We
Yeah,
love the little,
meanwhile-
we love movies.
Meanwhile-
We love We love little movies, but you know what we love even more than little movies is biggest little movies of all time. So I can't wait to see.
That's what you're gonna get. Stay tuned tomorrow before the prop closes. You'll see a little movie on the art media round the category.
Let's go.
Well,
All right.
on that
Yes.
note,
So meanwhile, before we close, there's something that we had done with NAS with bikers, and I'm thinking about bringing it also enlarging it to the Lambs bike. So there's like this prop I had with the bikers in specifically in Uganda. And so we did a whole. They have these bikers tours, man, where they be riding about 200 and 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers, through different districts and states in Uganda. It's like a whole big deal here. And so we got one of them, at least one of them was sponsored by NAS. So we did this whole merch thing for them and with them. We did this content thing with them as well. But essentially, we're building a nouns community, not just with the bikers, but we're trying to find a way to get as many people as possible into this nouniverse. And so very soon, you're going to start seeing, you're going to start seeing a bit of bikers kind of noun-ish content, videos, pictures, as well as we plan on, at least now this is the plan, but as we build the community, we want to organize more on the ground events as well, especially in Africa. Events where we have very many nouners, or at least people that are interested and know and love nouns, come together and have more just physical, cool kind of meetups. But that's in the works. I just wanted to let everyone know, such that when all this content starts coming out, you can know what it's about. So yeah.
awesome. All right. I'm ready to go if y'all are. We just have to get some housekeeping done. So how about I give away a POAP, and Tony, do you have a retweet picker?
I can get a retweet picker for you.
All right, fantastic. So you can grab that while I'm doing the POAP. There's actually a couple new faces I see. So for anybody who doesn't already know, POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. It is a free NFT that we give away every single day here on the Noun Square. If you haven't already downloaded the POAP app, you're going to want to go to poap.xyz. That is POAP.xyz, and download the app on your mobile device. Once you have the app downloaded and your wallet synced up, you are going to go to the Mint button in the bottom right-hand corner. Then you are going to tap Secret Word. And today's secret word is Egg Bite Robot. Egg Bite Robot. That is EGGBITEROBOT. Egg Bite Robot, because Aptoshi was apparently our guest today. So I'll say that one more time. Egg Bite Robot. That is EGGBITEROBOT. All lowercase, all one word. Egg Bite Robot. And then you get to play this fun game where you have to count to 1,000 by tapping numbers in ascending order.
So much
The POAP you've given us.
Robot Visual, I just feel like you should put out like a 6-hour YouTube ASMR of you just spelling things. Very comforting.
No, then I'd have to put, I'm not on my good microphone right now. I'd have to be like, and today's word is like, do it in the NPR voice. Like,
I'm just saying.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. SUPER.
Wait, are we doing the whole word? Okay, good.
Well, I mean, I can, but I'm not going to.
Well,
I
if
can
we do
sing
that,
it.
we want to have time to give this prize away. So
You're right. All right. I've got a drum roll ready if you're ready for it.
I do. I mean, I am. King Rolex at Wise Man East. At Wise Man East, congratulations. You are 0.069 ETH richer. Congratulations. Send us a DM. We'll get you sorted.
Awesome. I love it when Toshi and I have dueling soundboards. That's the best.
Yeah, that was fun.
Why do you have a train horn?
And where was that during the subway segment earlier?
Yeah, really.
I was listening to the story. I wasn't on the soundboard mode.
You've got me so worked up that I'm sounding like freaking Mickey Mouse. Why? Anyway,
time to call
I've got some music to play us out with. I couldn't find any songs about traffic cones, but I did find a song being played on a traffic cone, shoved into the mouth of a sax. So you know what? We're calling it a success. What?
Is that the one where he goes into like restaurants and such?
It's the same guy, yeah, only he did a dubstep cover of his own song.
Ooh, fancy.
Right? So, as for the rest of today on TNS, I actually unironically like this song. As for the rest of the day on TNS, it's a Sunday. Go enjoy your Sunday. The only thing that we have today, other than this show, is the Daily Drop with That's Gnarly at 10:30 p.m. EST. And for all of you who have submitted things to Hack Week or haven't yet but plan to, you have until 12 p.m. EST. So you only have just over 11 hours to enter your submission into Hack Week. So if you haven't yet, get going on that because you don't have a whole lot of time. This is like unironically good, right?
Good.
I'm just gonna listen to the whole thing.